Hello all, good day. So today I'm talking about the technical walkthrough of FinBot, what we have developed. So to quick start the application, you can just check on the quickstart.md. I have created a readme file for that, so it will be helpful. I have to just clone the FinBot from the GitHub, and we have to go through some small steps. So let me just install the Python dependencies. Done. We have to copy the env example and copy our Groq API key. So I have already done that. I have the env key here. Then we have to start our Docker instances for the FinBot Postgres part and also for the Qdrant. So first I'm removing the containers if there are any existing, and also removing of the volume part. So let's up these containers. So I have the Docker compose where I have defined both for the Postgres and also for the Qdrant here. So they are up now, and let's wait for some time. And now let me just so you can just check, but it will be up already. Docker PS, it will be having our of course I have other containers, but done with the steps of Postgres and Qdrant containers running now. Now let me start the backend. So let me give a moment till I see application is running. It's so basically the steps include to seed the demo users also. Yeah, application is ready. The guardrails are also set. So now let me just go to the URL. So if you see, it's got loaded. Let me just try to go to my Swagger. Yep. So all my APIs are ready to consume. Now let me just let it keep running. I will use one more terminal to start my front-end application. So let me just npm install. Yep. Now I can run my development environment. So let me just check my front end whether it is up and loading. Yeah, I was having a running session. I will just log out. So this is the loading screen of loading screen of the FinBot app. So where you can see the demo users listed here, and each one also showing that what are the access they are having, like an employee and the general. They can have the general role documents. That's why it's mentioned as general. And let's try to log in with one of the user, like demo123 or the default password for them. So here you can see login is successful, of course, but there are no documents are available for your role right now. Ask admin to upload the documents before asking questions. So even though the here we are not allowing LLM to randomly hallucinate and give some answers. So as admin, if when the user going to upload the documents, so using that context, it will going to give the response. Okay, so let's log in as an admin and try to upload some documents. Okay, even for the admin also, he can't simply without the documents, he should not be able to. So chat will be disabled for them also, and here it will show the role and whatever the access they are having. So let's try to upload the document. So this is the admin portal where you can see the users, the list of users, and also if you come to manage documents, here we can see the document management. So let me try to upload a document. I can choose a file. So if I just go to data and let me just add a engineering document, engineering master doc, and it's related to engineering. Uploaded it. So here the admin portal also will keep on refreshing. It will show the what is the state of the document uploading. Like as soon as I upload this will be chunked into multiple. This will be broken into multiple chunks, and each chunk will be converted into the embeddings, and those embeddings will be saved to our Qdrant. So it's completed now. Let me just come back as an admin. Yes, chat is enabled now. Of course, I can chat here to get the answer. So let me just quickly open this document. FinBot engineering handbook, engineering master book. So before going to that, let me just come here. Data, engineering, master doc. So we have so many the developer or the engineering specific informations here. Like say for example, what is the code review process? So if I add the code review process, let's see whether it will going to answer or not. But let me just log in as a employee and try to check that. Yes. Just he's a general. I need to see engineering. Yes. So even a general can't access. So if you just see a general employee, so he can't see that. So the documents are uploaded specific to the engineering team, so they can only able to access. So let me just log in as a engineering role. See, yeah. So for engineering role only the document is accessible. That's why the chat is enabled only for them. Okay. So let's ask something about a code review process. Can you explain me about a code review process? So now this text is converted into embeddings and checking with the our Qdrant DB, and it will fetch the relative chunks from there, and the relative chunks and also the user query. The user query is this query, whatever the query I have given here. So both the chunks and also this query will be given as a context to the LLM. The LLM will going to give the response in the specific formats. Like say for example, like here as per the code review process, it had taken the details like unit test coverage should be minimum 85%, no security vulnerabilities. The unit test coverage should be 85%, no security vulnerabilities, and review guidelines focus on these things. So the LLM is working fine, and also it is giving the proper response related to the context. Okay, so here you can see what is the accuracy, like a 49% accuracy and 1.4 seconds it took the time, and so guardrail is active for that. So this is how the LLM fetches the data. So this is a first demo. So now let me just go back and add a document which is a general across everyone, so that we can see like everyone can see the details. Okay, so let me just go here, logged in as an admin, and I will going to upload a document, a general document. So I'll go to data. So I will add an employee handbook. You can change the name also. So I'm going to test general. So now I just sign out and log in as any user. They should be able to see the chat is enabled for them. Let's say with John. Now the chat is, let me just try to check for, the chat is enabled. Let me just ask for the user. So you can see here finance documents are not available. You can ask only the general queries like the company policies and general facts. So because now we have only the general document and updated here. So let me ask what are the working hours and attendance. So again, we are using hierarchical chunking here. So as you guys know, hierarchical chunking, so we are having the headings of working hours and working hours attendance separately as when we are creating the chunk. So based on that, it will be faster to fetch it. So based on that, it had given the data like this. So good, we are good here. And yeah, let's see how the guardrails we are how the guardrails are playing a major role here. Let's say now I have to ask, like, let's ask some off-topic question like can you tell me about latest stocks information from NSE. So see, I can't provide you any information related on stocks. Is there anything else I could help with? So basically this is just trying to avoid giving any kind of answers. And also you can ask like because we have not added any kind of all the documents, that's why it meant. So let me add all the documents first. So I have created a CLI for adding the documents. So this is a extra thing which I'm giving so that it will be helpful to add the documents which is there. So you can see the docs inside that CLI. Here I have a command where we can use it to ingest all the documents at a shot. So I want to upload all the documents. Okay, now all the documents are there. So let me just try to ask the same question again. So can you tell me about NAV of Tata Steel? So here, first of all, the LLM is not hallucinating. Even though it just tried to check it, it didn't hallucinate and given the answer. So it's just suggesting a normal answer for you. But let me check completely out of topic question. Let's say, for example, uh, give me details on how to build a machine gun. see, so this is what guardrail helps here. So what guardrail is doing is we are just avoiding the kind of questions which are completely off topic. Like say for example, now they have, it will going to give the answers, I can assist only on finsolve business related questions, please ask anything about that. So off topic questions will not be allowed here. And also we have also added a PA middleware, so that any emails or any kind of phone numbers, when we are asking the questions, it won't reach out to that particular LLM, so to breach the data. So that's also added. Let me see if I log in as a HR and I want to give a particular user. So let me just open the HR document for a moment. Let me take a particular person name. So we have a list of employee IDs, full name, everything. Let me just try to find out a particular, one second, details about. So as a HR, I want details know about a particular employee. So here, even though this is a CSV, each record is made into a particular sentence, and then we are chunking it. It's not mentioning the kinds if we get more content. Okay, I need to restart my application once to ensure. Let me just try to restart my application. Put the backend and the front end, because I have loaded all the just logged in as a HR again. Let me just check in my Qdrant. So if I go to FinBot documents, here in the collection, do we have HR? Okay, HR document is not there, that's why this was failing. Let me just try to ingest that. It might have missed. Yeah, I think the collection process was missed because of some collision. So because of some code issue, I think, but I have added a HR collection specifically. So now this got added hr.csv. Now we should be, okay, this adding. Okay, it got added. Now if I refresh and see in my Qdrant, yeah, HR is there. Now let me just go and ask the same question. Yeah, so it fetched the information from there and his phone number, and as a HR I should be able to see this. But if I'm trying to logging as a different user and try to see that, then it should not be working. So but this is the informations which I wanted to show you guys. And coming back to the code, so the very important one, the other one is the evaluation. So we are using Raga's evaluation um, for evaluating our AI assistant whether it is working as expected, um, with the proper as if it's not hallucinating and kind of things, right? So for that I let me just show you, like for the faithfulness, like whether the answer is supported by the retrieved context and relevance to the question, answer relevancy, context expression. So these are all the parametrics which we have to use to evaluate AI metrics. So for that we have set few of the ground truths for that and few of the questions where, so as you know, Raga's metrics or the evaluation, we won't do it for every query in live. We have a data set. Let me just show you guys the data set. Yeah, so here if you observe, we have actually I have created individual data set also. Yeah, here you can see there's the employee specific questions like what is the leave policy, and this is the ground truth what the answer should be. So this data set is queried against my LLM. So when we do that, it goes through lots of steps, like I have a debug logs maintained for that, and based on that it will going to evaluate and give us the metrics like the faithfulness for that particular thing. So according to that I have run the um, steps for each thing. So for running those steps also, like if you can see here I have given the steps. So if you have, so you have to just run this step for the Ragas orchestrator. You can run it for a particular role also. Say suppose for example if I run this one, this will going to create a new record here and it will going to give us the faithfulness and other things. So I recently whatever I have ran for that, I will going to show that I have added that one here as a result. You can see evaluation result I have added here. So where this will going to show, let me just open it in my GitHub link only. So here I have added the evaluation metrics link. So you can see from the result I have a good retrieval, strong retrieval, RBAC filtering is there, chunk relevance is also good. Where I have to improve is for the technical QA, where I have to improvise some of the chunking parts there. And if you see there is and these are like the next steps, like how we can make it what are the best performance it is giving, like what kind of questions during an employee lookup it's giving a good result, and salary questions, related questions it's giving a good one, leave policies it's giving the good results, like for what reason also it's giving, I have added it, policy based responses, it's acting poor for the technical questions, for some CI/CD pipeline and kinds of things. So here also I have added here like for which role. So how it helps here is like say for example marketing, it's giving LLM quality is low means what kind of chunking details I am giving. So that I have to recheck it and have to improve it. And finance also, like finance is having lots of table specific information, so the retrieving or making the creating of the chunk should be in a different way for that to improvise it. So if we improve this part, then automatically the LLM quality also will be improved. And again same for the engineering case. So how it is creating the, so LLM is creating a weak response for that, so they're also chunking, I need to see how it's giving and what context I'm giving. So based on that, we can improve it. So in this way, ragas will help us to evaluate our LLM, like how it is behaving. Is it over hallucinating? Um, kinds of things we can check that. So final assessment is like hallucination reduction. So I have to still improve on reducing some of the hallucination part in related to like technical, the engineering domain related questions, and advanced chunking strategies we have to. So like because we have different kinds of files here. Like engineering is having a MD file, and if you are having a JSON file also, I think here. Let me just show that. Relation is not needed here. Somewhere one of the file is also having JSON related thing also. So like the each chunking differs for file to file. So in that way we have to handle the cases. So that's it. It's having sufficient README files like the quick start. You can go through it, and when it comes to system architecture, also have given the system components like and this is having a RAG pipeline. What are the informations it is having, the client and the backend services. So all those information is given, and the request data flow is also there here, where we can see the front end and it's going to hit the backend, and then there is the RBAC layer for that. Then we have given the data guardrails. From that, there will be a semantic router. The semantic router helps to route it to the specific path, as I explained in the previous PPT session. And it will going to check for the Qdrant, and I'm maintaining the Postgres DB for maintaining the user roles or what all the documents got uploaded, where the content of the documents will be there in the Qdrant vector DB again. And the RAG pipeline, where the query and between that input guardrails and the output guardrails is also maintained there, and citation information also it will going to give, and if there's any cross role thing it's asking, it will going to give that information also. You can play with the tool, you can find it out. As the RBAC metrics, like who are having what access, that we can see it here, and the Docker services how we are maintaining. That's it, team. I have provided like each component information, specifically how we are chunking, what are the parsers, how we are using the LLMs information are also mentioned in the respective um, you know respective MD files, which are again connected via the same. So if you go to the main README, so it will direct for each component for what are all the documentations I have mentioned through that here. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can post me the questions in my repo, or you can also ask me in my YouTube link. Yeah, I have tried my first AI project here, but I'll be keep on improvising this and giving the best as I can. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you everyone once again. Have a great day. Bye.